Hi, Norman Nowitz's here again. Today I'm going to be changing the oil in my daughter's 2003 Hyundai Santa Fe. So it was needing an oil change. It's a petrol 2.7 litre engine. So I've got it up in the ramps and I've actually taken out the oil, but I'll just show you because this is a real easy job. I'll turn the camera. So there's the car. I might crawl under the car with things going and I can edit this later just to show you, but jacked it up, get underneath, remove this piece of plastic here, and that lets you underneath, which I've not removed yet, is the oil filter. So that's where the oil filter goes. So I've slackened it. It was a bit awkward because I used a 1/2 inch ratchet, but my spider is 3/8 or 1/2 inch. So I should have taken that out and used the 3/8 bit of it, but I didn't. So it just like scuffed on here. But isn't that just an ideal place to have it nice and accessible? I'm hoping there's not too much runs from it. You know, a good old protection plate on the bottom, kind of very well looked at, because it's going to protect everything from any water or splash up or anything that comes up. So your drain plug is right there, so I'll just give you the bearings where that is. So that's there, and then from there it's the drain plug. So that's the drain plug, and here the drain plug, 17mm socket in there. So I'm just gonna, I mean, it's been dripping for a while, and my drive here is, I've maybe said before, is on a slight gradient, so with it being on the ramps it's kind of level, so it's always better to change your oil when you've got on the level, but that is just simply easy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the plug back in. Obviously I've got it dripping into my reservoir here. I'm going to put the plug back in, just move this, the reservoir underneath here, and remove this oil filter just in case there's any drips. I mean, I do put cardboard and stuff down to kind of protect it, but I mean, that was to take that off, and that little protector with little 10mm bolts to keep it in. Absolutely fabulous. So I've removed, so as I say, this is a V6 2.7 litre petrol. So I've removed the cap from there, and I've just pulled the dipstick out just to let the whatever on the dipstick drop into the engine and go through. And what I'll do is I'll clean the dipstick and fill this up of oil. So my oil, so there's the oil filter, a Ryco oil filter, a Z87A, and I'm not sponsored by them. I'll put the date and the mileage on top, and I'll also put that in the, we've got a book that we keep it in. Fully synthetic oil, because I like fully synthetic. 5W40 was in the range that was in the recommended recommendations in the handbook that we'll get with it. Repco, well, I'm not sponsored by Repco either. Repco's own oil is seemingly a well-known oil that they buy and they use and sell as their own. And in here, so like I say, Repco's one of those parts dealers in South Australia. So fully synthetic, as you can see, 5W40 is in the range, and it takes 4.5 litres of oil. So I've marked the last half litre, so I know where I'm going. So it's 4.5. Just don't take that size, you know, they just don't take 5 litres of oil. The oil filter should pretty much fill up straight away because it's right on the bottom of the engine. Very clever, very, very clever. Something's there right up the top. I've got a pathfinder, it's up the top. Probably I've got a video up of changing the oil up there, and it's kind of on top of the engine, so it runs dry until it kicks in. But that's no, it's 2003 Hyundai Santa Fe 2.7 litre petrol crankcase engine oil change. Very easy. Thank you, and like. Bye for now. Yes, slight correction on the filter. It's a Z79A. I was issued the wrong filter, so that's it there, a Z79A for the Hyundai. Ryco filter, Z79. Not the one that I mentioned earlier. That's